Alright guys, so now it's official, Ultra Rosé is finally going to be getting his platinum equipment coming out tonight for Dragon Ball Legends weekly reset update. Now I will be making a separate video coming out in a few hours from now talking about all of the events that we are going to be getting for Dragon Ball Legends weekly reset updates, so stay tuned for that. But guys, this is really hype. Ultra Rosé is just really hype. This character has a ton of potential, but the only issue that I have here is his color, which is green, and I still think sometimes the decision making in Dragon Ball Legends, they're not quite sure what they're doing up there, because green is taken in this character's tags, or majority of this character's tags, unless they're going to do a very big weapon wielder buff in the very near future, or his unique equipment might have something to do with weapon wielder as well, which we're going to cover in just one bit, because Daima has Daima has only like a few weeks left to a month left in the show, right? So I'm expecting some hype Daima characters to come out, and that may be revolving around some weapon wielder characters. So let's not waste any time, guys. Let's get into the video. So the color green, okay? So Future does have LF transforming Vegeta Blue from part 1 of the Legends Festival, which is of course still very good. And we, technically speaking, we have another character here, which is the LF Zenkai Green Trunks, which I still don't know why they decided to go with this character, but that beats me. Sometimes I still think they don't know what they're doing up top, or like some of the people that don't really play the game. But we have God Key as well. God Key still, transforming Vegeta Blue, but also the unique equipment for God Goku, which definitely brought him back to life. So green is taken in God Key, green is taken in Future. That leaves us with Powerful Opponent, which is actually a tag he actually buffs, which I'm totally okay with, him being the primal character. We still got Omega Shenron from the after party of the 6th year anniversary, which is still pretty good, don't get me wrong, but I mean, you could still use another green on Powerful Opponent. Is there anything else? Yeah, I think that's it for Powerful Opponent. So Powerful Opponent is okay, because he does buff Future, and he also buffs Powerful Opponent. But I think they're setting something up for Weapon Wielder for the end of Daima. So Weapon Wielder, of course, we do have, all of the latest characters and stuff like that, like Mai and stuff. But it's still a very brand new tag, and he's not going to be buffing, Weapon Wielder with his, with his Z ability, because he's an old character, right? And this is a new tag. But it could maybe hint Weapon Wielders in his unique equipment or his platinum equipment. But even if it doesn't, there's still some unique equipments that has like an if, right? Like this character, gets X amount of buff if a weapon wielder character besides this character is a battle member type thing, right? So we could see some new Daima characters coming out in the very near future. I think within in 1 week span on the 29th, we are going to be getting an LF, kind of like last year. They did the exact same thing last year. Don't forget, last January, we got, mid-January, we got the LF GT Spirit Bomb Kid Goku. And then at the end of the month, we ended up getting the LF Super 17, which was phenomenal, right? Which was the Battle Hour character. So yeah, I could definitely see the same thing happening here. But Ultra Rosé, like I said at the beginning of the video, besides his color, this character is really, really hype, and he has a lot of potential. I literally forgot what he does. I think last video, I just read his main ability, because I wasn't sure if he was going to be getting a Zenkai. So I kind of want to read his full kit here, guys, because I want to re-jog my memory to see exactly what this character does, okay? So his main ability is Might. My might will be unrivaled. Draw the ultimate arts card, Dancing Slash of Heavenly Annihilation next. Very cool name. Restores own health by 30% and ki by 40. Cancels own attribute downgrades. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 20 timer counts, which is amazing. Really, really powerful ability. Of course, because he's going to counter all of the, he already counters, all of the blue characters. So that's pretty good, like he'll be safe for 20 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 30 to health restoration for 30 timer counts. Once again, amazing. 30 timer counts is a very long time. And it takes 25 timer counts to pass. So this character, like I said, does have a lot of potential. His Ultra ability does revolve around Future characters. So yeah, I mean, like I said, Future does have some green characters taken, like the Transforming Vegeta Blue, right? So, all right, let's read his first unique ability here, because I need to re-jog my memory to see what he needs, besides the obvious, right, which is stats. So his first unique ability is Unfathomed Rage against the all creation. Very cool name. The following effects occur when battle starts. 120% to damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. Plus 20% to strike damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. Reduces damage received by 65% cannot be cancelled. By the way, I'm expecting this character to come back tonight. All right, for the weekly reset update. And we're going to get a maintenance tonight as well, guys. A maintenance where the game is going to be inaccessible. And minus 10 to own strike arts costs cannot be cancelled. Inflicts all enemies with the attribute downgrade. Plus 10 to damage received for 3 timer counts. Okay, very powerful ability. The following effects occur if own remaining health is 50% or below when this character enters the battlefield, activates once. He draws a special card. Next, he draws a lot of special cards, by the way. Randomly destroys 3 enemy cards. Seals all enemies' main abilities for 5 timer counts. Applies the following effects to self every time when faced with an enemy. He restores his own health by 5%, restores ki by 25, which is actually pretty solid, and increases card draw speed by level 1 for 10 timer counts, which is very powerful. So every time he comes in the battlefield, he's going to get 1 card draw speed, right? And then let's just say they switch, that you're automatically on double the card draw speed. So that's pretty good. And the following effects occur every time this character uses a strike, special move, or ultimate arts card when the enemy is inflicted with abnormal conditions. Plus 5% to damage inflicted, activate 6 times, cannot be cancelled. See, like, I completely forgot about this character, right? What he does. So this is actually pretty interesting. Applies attribute upgrade minus 5 to enemies sustained damage cut effects. To self, activate 6 times, cannot be cancelled. Reduces enemy's ki by 30, okay. And seals enemy special move arts. The sealed arts cannot be used for 3 timer counts. Okay, pretty okay. He has a little bit more here, so let's just finish this up. The second ability is powerful to reach unknowable heights. Okay. Who comes up with these names? They're actually pretty cool. Knocks enemies back, of course. Cover changing against strike attacks. We know that. You could combo in special moves. Slightly charges own unique gauge every time this character uses an arts card while they are on the battlefield. Applies the following effects to self once unique gauge is full. He restores health by 25%, which is very powerful. Activates once. That's why it only activates once. Plus 70% to ki recovery for 20 timer counts. Applies buff effect, nullifies special actions that cover change for 15 timer counts. So he needs an extra one of these, I think, with his unique equipment, maybe upon entering the battlefield, as opposed to just tied into his unique gauge, in my personal opinion. Also, resets own unique gauge to 0 and applies the following effects to self if this character uses a strike when the unique gauge is full. Okay. And his unique gauge will probably have something like on his third slot where it's like, if you come on the battlefield, you'll automatically have your unique gauge 100%, something like that, right? So he draws the ultimate arts card, Dancing / of Heavenly Annihilation. Next, activates twice. So he can draw 3 ultimates, 1 from his main and then 2 from his unique ability, of course, right? Or from his unique gauge. And he restores ki by 60 as well as vanish gauge by 100%. So really good. And the following effects occur when cover changing. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 5 timer counts. Randomly destroys 1 enemy card and inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade -1 card draw speed for 5 timer counts, which is very underrated. And seals all enemies' main ability for 5 timer counts, which once again is very underrated. And the following effects occur after enemy's attack is over. Plus 20% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. Okay, once the enemy's attack is over. 15 timer counts is a long time, kind of. And plus 30% to the next strike damage cannot be stacked. Okay. Reduces enemy's ki by 20 and reduces enemy's Dragon Ball by 1, activates twice. And of course, the strike inflicts 100% heavy bleed and there's blast armor. So this character is really good. Has a lot of potential. He restores ki by 25%. Health by 25% with his green card, which is really good. Activates once, right? If his health is 50% or below. And he destroys 2 enemies' cards. Okay, pretty solid. So yeah, I'm very excited for this character. I just don't like the color green as of right now. There's a lot of greens and yellows floating around the meta, right? I was hoping for a red, but I'm totally okay with this option because he's very good, a lot of potential, very hype. So yeah, we'll see how this is going to play out, guys. Once again, I'm going to be coming out with a video in a little bit, so stay tuned with your notifications bell. And if you guys did enjoy the video, as always, make sure you guys simply just like and subscribe, and I'll definitely catch you guys in a few hours. Have a blessed night. Peace.